What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to the CEO4 YouTube channel. It's Matchday 5 here in Sky Bet League 2, so welcome back to another 5-minute preview here on the channel. This week, of course, Carlisle take the trip down to Yorkshire to take on Bradford City. In our first game without Paul Simpson, first league game without Paul Simpson as manager, of course. Being relieved of his duties last Saturday, so it'll be very interesting to see how Carlisle set up this coming weekend. Now, as I record this, we don't have a new manager in charge, so it's very hard to predict this coming match day from start to finish, to be honest, because I just have no idea who's going to be in charge and what their plans are for Carlisle United. But let's meet the opposition then in Bradford City. Obviously, a club that we have quite a bit of Twitter back and forth with. But Bradford City, also known as the Bantams, were founded in 1903. Their current manager is Graham Alexander, and they play their football at the University of Bradford Stadium, or as everyone else calls it, Valley Parade, which holds 24,840. And now, Brunton Park to Valley Parade is a 213-mile round trip and will take us Blues around 4 hours and 42 minutes to get down there by car this coming Saturday. It's one of our shorter trips of the season, to be fair. But let's have a look at the previous 5 games then. Both teams do play on Tuesday night in the Bristol Street Motors Cup. Carlisle take on Nottingham Forest under 21s, while Bradford take on Newcastle under 21s. Bradford currently sit 9th in League 2, with their previous 5 games being a 2 losses, 1 draw and 2 wins. They had a 2-1 win over MK Dons, a 1-1 draw where they were beaten on penalties by Grimsby, 0-0 against Salford, 3-1 against Bromley, and a 2-0 defeat against Grimsby at the weekend. Carlisle, of course, also had a 2-0 defeat at the weekend against Tranmere, 3-0 defeat against MK Dons, a 1-0 win over Barrow, 2-0 defeat over Stoke, and a 4-1 over Gillingham to start the season. Last time we met, of course, it was the playoff semi-final at Brunton Park, where 15,000 people were in Brunton Park to witness Carlisle beat Bradford 3-1, which obviously gave us the win at Wembley, which took us to League One, where we had a fantastic stint in League One. Obviously not, but yeah, 3-1 win over Bradford was last time we met in League 2 playoff semi-final, second leg. Of course, Bradford within the first leg 1-0. But my Carlisle starting 11 then will be unchanged from what I predicted last week. It is very, very hard to predict this team because I have no idea what we are going to do or anything. But I went with a 4-2-3-1 with Harry Lewis in goal, Ben Williams, Aaron Hayden, Terrell Thomas, and Archie Davis as a back 5. John Mellish and Josh Vella as centre defensive midfielders. On the wing, I've got Dan Ajuajayi and Jordan Jones, with Dominic Sadai in centre attacking midfield and Charlie Wyke as a lone striker up front for Carlisle United. Now, if Charlie Wyke wants to start scoring goals, he is the game to do it against one of your ex-clubs who were heavily linked with him in the summer. But I can't predict it, so I'm going to go unchanged. That's what I would pick if I was the Carlisle manager. I know a lot of people not really fancy John Mellish in midfield, but I want to move away from the 5-back. I want to go attacking. I want us to start having some, creative attacking play, which hopefully Jordan Jones, Sadai can bring to the team. Looking at the matchday predictions then, I've got Chesterfield 3, Grimsby 1, Bradford 2, Carlisle United 0, Newport 1, Port Vale 0, Colchester 0, Bromley 1, Cheltenham 0, Harrogate 0, Fleetwood against Salford is postponed, Bradford 4, Swindon 1, MK Dons 0, Walsall 2, Notts County 1, Accrington Stanley 1, Tranmere against Wimbledon is also postponed, Doncaster 0, Gillingham 1, and Crewe Alexander 2, Morecambe 0. I've run with a 2-0 for Bradford, purely because I have no idea who's going to be in charge, what the formation is going to be. It's a very unpredictable game. Obviously, if we get someone in, a new manager in the coming week, you've got that new manager bounce, hopefully, where we can get a victory. But I do think Bradford have had a decent start to their League 2 season, and I just think they will continue that over Carlisle. I think the next couple of weeks for Carlisle is just a transitional period where I'm not really expecting a lot, but hopefully we can go to Valley Parade and put in a decent performance of ourselves and maybe nick a point down there, but I've went with a 2-0 for Bradford. What are your predictions? Let me know in the comments down below. Will Carlisle have a new manager by Saturday? Let me know in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching this video. I've been CEO4, and I'll see you in the next one.